it's Kim. I'm going to do a quick flow with you with some cardio and movement. So thank you for joining me. Whenever you're ready, you can get started out in child's pose. So forehead resting on your mat, knees together or spread wide. So big toes touching. And just breathing here. Taking a moment to set an intention for your practice today. Big breath in, filling up, expanding through the ribs and back ribs. Long exhale out, let it all go. So spread your fingers wide, press your palms into your mat. Maybe engaging the arms. If it feels good, maybe gently rolling your forehead from side to side. We'll go ahead and slowly make our way up to our hands and knees. So stacking shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Take a couple rounds of our cat-cow. So we'll inhale, crown to the front, tail to the back. Exhale to your cat, round your back, push out all of the air. Inhale to your cow. Exhale to your cat. So inhale to your cow. Exhale to your cat. We'll go ahead and make our way back to a neutral spine, neutral position. Inhale that right arm to the sky. Bring your hand behind the head. We're going to bring our elbow to our wrist. So just getting a nice stretch, opening up. And then elbow to that wrist. Open up. Elbow to your wrist. Open up one more time. Release that hand. We're going to reach that left arm, bring palm behind the head. So open up, elbow to our wrist. Open up, elbow to our wrist. One more time, open up, elbow to wrist. Open up, left hand to the mat. We're going to extend our right arm long in front, extend that left leg. So flexing our foot, dialing our toes down. Really reach in those opposite directions. Finding a nice neutral gaze, engaging the core. And then elbow to knee. Open up. Elbow to knee. Open up. Elbow to knee. Open up. Staying here or maybe reaching back for that foot. Lifting by pressing your foot into your palm. Try to keep that left shoulder over that left wrist. We'll gently release to our mat. So extend that left leg or left arm nice and long. Right leg back. Flex your foot, dial your toes down. So elbow to knee. Open up. Elbow to knee. Open up. One more time, elbow to knee. Open up, and then staying here or maybe reaching back, catching that foot, pressing your foot into your palm. Checking in that right shoulder is over the right wrist. Go ahead and gently release. We're going to extend that right leg out to the side. We're going to reach that right arm down the right leg, reach the left arm up and over. Try to peel that left shoulder back. Go ahead and release your left hand, reach that right arm to the sky. Bring elbow to knee, open up. Elbow to knee, open up. One more time, elbow to knee, open up, and we'll come back to our tabletop. So extend that left leg nice and long. So left arm slides down the right leg, right arm up and over. Peel your shoulder back, reach through those fingertips. So breathing here. Getting a nice stretch in that right side body. We'll reach that right hand down to the floor. Left arm and leg up, flexing that foot. Elbow to knee, open up. Elbow to knee, open up. One more time, elbow to knee, open up, and we'll come back to our tabletop. We'll take a few hip rolls to the right, getting out any snaps, crackles, and pops. We'll go ahead and switch directions. Take a few hip rolls to the left. We'll make our way back to our tabletop position. Extend that right leg nice and long behind you. And press into the ball of the foot. So we're going to get a really nice deep stretch in the back of that right calf. So press through those palms, shoulders stacked over the wrists. Maybe spreading those fingers wide and really press into the ball of that right foot. Go ahead and switch sides. So drop that right knee, extend that left leg nice and long. Press into the ball of your foot. Breathing here, getting a nice stretch in that back of your left leg. Inhaling and exhaling. Go ahead and drop that left knee. We're going to come into our extended puppy. So we'll walk our palms toward the top of our mat. Spread your fingers wide. Relax your chest toward your mat. Reach your tail to the sky. So just breathing here. Be really feeling that stretch across the chest with each inhale. Go ahead and walk our hands back, and we're going to pause in our hero's pose for just a moment. Go ahead and inhale your arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. So inhale your arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll release our hands, press back to our first downward facing dog. So we want those feet about hip width apart, heels pressing toward your mat. Spread your fingers wide, press into your palms. Maybe walking out your dog. So bending one knee and then the other. Maybe shaking your head, yes or no. Maybe swaying those hips from side to side. So just taking any movements that feel good to you. Maybe noticing where you're holding on to some tension. Maybe noticing those places that feel good. Go ahead and inhale, rise up to the balls of the feet. And then exhale, heels towards your mat. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, heels down. One more time. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, heels down. We'll reach that right leg to the sky. Flex our foot. Rock forward. Right knee to right elbow. Press back, three-legged dog. Right knee to left elbow. Press back, three-legged dog. We're going to step through to our warrior one. So back foot pointing toward about 10 o'clock, right knee over that right ankle. Go ahead and open up to goalpost arms, expand across the chest. And then release hands to your lower back. Interlace fingers, shine your heart, right shoulder to that right thigh. So relaxing the head and neck. Let those arms fall forward. We'll release the hands, rise back up to our warrior one. We're going to come onto the ball of that back foot, so coming into our crescent lunge. Release hands to shoulders, roll those shoulders forward. Go ahead and reach those arms to the sky. We're going to press off that back foot, left knee coming up, step back. So knee up, step back. Knee up, step back, knee up, step back, knee up, step back. One more time, knee up, step back. We'll release our hands to the mat, step back to our high push-up. Exhale to low, Inhale to up. Exhale to down. So we'll reach that left leg to the sky. Bring left knee to left elbow. Press back. Left knee to right elbow. Press back. Step that left leg through. Rise up to your warrior one. So back foot pointing toward about 2 o'clock. Left knee over that left ankle. We'll release our hands to our lower back. Interlace fingers. Shine your heart. Left shoulder to that left thigh. So go ahead and relax your head and neck. Let those arms fall forward. We'll release our hands, rise back up to our warrior one. Open up to goalpost arms, hands to shoulders. Roll those shoulders back. So just breathing here. We'll reach those arms to the sky, spin onto the ball of that back foot. So coming into our crescent lunge, getting nice and stable. Press off that back foot, reach that knee up. Step back, knee up. Step back, keep that core engaged. Slow and controlled. One more time. Step back to your crescent lunge. We'll release hands to our mat. Step back to our high push-up. Exhale to low. Inhale to up. Exhale to down. Go ahead and drop down onto your forearms. So we're going to come into our dolphin pose. You can relax your head, reach your tail to the sky. Go ahead and make our way back up onto our hands, press back to your downward facing dog. We're going to step that right foot forward to a low lunge. Step that left foot forward. Inhale your arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Step that left foot back to a high push-up. Right foot back to a high push-up. Pause here. We're going to tap out our shoulders. So keep that core engaged. You can always drop those knees to your mat. Come back to your high push-up. We're going to lower down onto our belly and come into a gentle cobra. So nice neutral gaze. Press back to your child's pose. Press back to your downward facing dog. Walk, step, or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale your arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Step or hop back, chaturanga. Exhale all the way down onto your belly. Come into your gentle cobra. Press back to your downward facing dog. Or child's pose. And then back to your downward facing dog. Walk, step, or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale your arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Step or hop back, chaturanga. Go all the way to your belly. Come into a gentle cobra. So release that forehead. Press back to your child's pose. Press back to your downward facing dog. We'll walk, step, or float to the top of our mat. So inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale your arms to the sky. So we're gonna bring that right ankle to the top of that left leg. We're gonna sink down. So it can have hands at heart center. So just sinking down into that leg. Breathing here, feeling any tension just pour out of that right hip, maybe flexing the foot. So just finding a focal point. Go ahead and release that foot. Inhale your arms to the sky. We'll take our tree on the right. So plant that left foot. Bring that right foot to wherever is comfortable for you. So engage your core, lift through the crown, root through that foot. And have hands at heart center. So hands at heart center, maybe growing your branches. Maybe keeping hands together overhead. Reaching through the crown, finding a focal point. Go ahead and release your hands, release your foot. Bring that left ankle to the top of that right leg, and then sink down into our chair leg pose. So hands at heart center, maybe flexing that foot. Breathing here. So just inhaling and exhaling, letting any tension just pour out of that hip. We'll go ahead and release the foot. Inhale the arms to the sky. We'll take our tree on the other side. So left foot coming to wherever feels good to you. So press your foot, press your leg together, peel open your hip. Maybe growing the branches or reaching them together overhead. Breathing here, maybe relaxing the shoulders, inhaling and exhaling. We'll release the hands, release the foot. We'll take our eagle pose, so goalpost arms, right leg over, right leg under. So sink down, squeeze and reach up, maybe wrapping that foot. Trying to bring those elbows up to shoulder height. We're going to go ahead and unravel, make our way into our airplane pose. So leg back, head and leg pulling in opposite directions, finding a nice neutral gaze, maybe having a little slight back bend, like our cow pose. Release your hands, reach that right leg to the sky, standing split. We're going to bend into that left leg, so bring that right knee to the back of the left knee. So bend, reach that leg up, standing split. Bend, reach that leg up, standing split. One more time, bend, reach that leg up, standing split. Release left or right foot to meet left. Heel toe your feet toward the outer edges of your mat. Grab opposite elbows and just come into your ragdoll. So let your head hang nice and heavy, maybe swaying from side to side. Maybe shaking your head yes or no. Just let any tension roll off your neck and back. Go ahead and release your hands, heel toe your feet back to about hip width apart. We'll roll up one vertebrae at a time. We'll take our eagle on the other side. So open up to goalpost arms, left leg over, left leg under. Squeeze into your center line. Maybe wrapping that foot, maybe sinking down, reaching up. So finding that balance by pulling our body in those opposite directions. We're going to get ready for our airplane pose. So unravel the arms, unravel the legs. Left leg back, palms down, squeeze those pinkies in. Maybe that slight back bend in the upper back. Try to square those hips. And then release your hands, standing split. We're going to bend into that right knee. Straighten, standing split. So bend, standing split. Bend, standing split, release left foot to meet right. Heel toe your feet toward the outer edges. We're going to come back into our ragdoll, so just sway it out from side to side. Go ahead and release your hands, heel toe your feet back to about hip width apart. Slowly roll up, one vertebrae at a time. Inhale your arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Rinse through. So step back to your high push-up. Exhale to low. Inhale to up. Exhale to down. Reach that right leg to the sky. We're going to step through, rise up to our warrior one, and then peel open to our warrior two. So we're going to reach those arms to the sky, straighten the legs, come back to the warrior two. So arms to the sky, straighten the legs, come back to warrior two. One more time. Arms to the sky, straighten the legs, come back to our warrior two. Catch your hips, toes in, heels out. Interlace fingers behind the back, forward fold. Let those arms fall forward. Relax your head and neck. Let any stress or tension just roll off your neck and back. Go ahead and release your hands, catch your hips, slowly come back up to standing. We'll pivot back to those warrior one feet, so square those hips. Reach that left arm to the sky and then fold over that right leg. So coming in to our pyramid pose. If it feels like too much, you can step that back foot in. Try to pull that left hip forward, right hip back. Bring those hands a big step forward, standing split. Reach that left leg to the sky. Try to reach it up a little bit higher than you think you can. We're going to come up to standing. You can release that left foot, roll up to standing. We're going to lift that left leg up to about hip height, so knee bent. Flex your foot. Maybe extending the arms, maybe straightening that leg. If it feels okay, you can go ahead and reach for that foot, trying to stand up nice and tall. Maybe bringing your right hand to the outside of the foot and twisting to the left. You can have your hand on your hip or extend it long behind you. We'll release the leg, come back to center, leg bent, and then release that leg. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Step back to your high push-up. Exhale to low. Inhale to up. Exhale to down. So just breathing here, coming back to your breath. Coming back to your intention. You're going to reach that left leg to the sky. Step through, rise up to your warrior one. We'll peel open to our warrior two. So we're going to straighten through the leg, reach the arms to the sky. Bend back to our warrior two. So straighten the legs, reach up. Come back to warrior two. Straighten the legs, reach up. Come back to our warrior two. Catch your hips, toes in, heels out. Interlace fingers, maybe the opposite way. Shine your heart and then forward fold. Go ahead and release that right hand. Press through the palm, reach the left arm to the sky. feels good, bring that left hand behind that right hip pocket. Go ahead and release that left hand. Reach the right arm to the sky. Pull your head and tail in opposite directions. Right hand to that left hip pocket. We'll release our hand, engage our core, roll up to standing. Pivot back to those warrior one feet. Square your hips to the top of your mat. Reach the right arm to the sky. We're going to fold forward, nice flat back. And then folding down. Pull that left hip back, right hip forward. Deep stretch in the back of that left leg. And then take those hands a big step forward. Reach right leg to the sky, standing split. Breathing here. We'll release right foot to meet left. And then slowly roll up to standing. So we're going to bring right leg up to about hip height. Go ahead and extend that leg, maybe catching the foot. If you want to take the twist, maybe twisting to the right, right hand can come to the hip or extend behind you. We're going to come back to center. Keep that leg bent, reach the arms to the sky, release hands by the sides. So inhale your arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Step or hop back, chaturanga. Inhale to up. Exhale to down. Go ahead and drop your knees to your mat. We're going to cross our ankles and make our way onto our backs. So knees bent, feet about hip width apart. We're going to bring that right ankle to the top of the left leg. Hug that left knee in. So just breathing here, taking any movements, any adjustments that feel good to you. And we'll switch sides. Left ankle to the top of that right leg. Hug it in. Again, maybe rolling out those ankles. We're going to come into our happy baby. So grabbing outer edges of the feet or peace fingers around big toes. Maybe gently rocking from side to side. Go ahead and come back to center. Give yourself a great big hug. Squeeze out any last bits of tension. Go ahead and release onto your back. We're going to reach those legs up to the sky. So you can stay right here. If you want to rock back to your plow, maybe putting hands in imaginary pockets on the lower back. Maybe staying here. Maybe reaching those legs to the sky, coming into your shoulder stand, making sure to support that low back with your hands. If you want to take a lotus pose with the legs, or any other variation that feels good to you. Then we'll go ahead and slowly use our hands for support. Roll back onto your back. We're just going to rock and roll front to back a few times. So massaging out that spine lengthwise. Go ahead and make your way onto your back. Knees bent, feet about hip width apart. So we'll bring right ankle to the top of the left leg. Hug it in. Let any tension pour out. Just breathing here. We'll switch sides, left ankle to the top of that right leg. Hug it in. Then come into your reclined butterfly, left hand to your heart, right hand to your belly. So just breathing here, feeling the belly rise and fall with each breath. Staying here or straightening the legs, relaxing the arms, just coming into your final resting pose. Feeling the support of your mat, sealing in your practice, just being here, being present, letting go of everything else. Staying here for as long as you'd like. And whenever you're ready, slowly rolling over onto the right side of your body. Coming into a fetal position. Maybe pausing here, our fetal position representing a fresh start, a new cycle. And then whenever you're ready, we'll make our way up to an easy seated posture. So bringing hands to heart center. The light within me honors the light, love, and peace within you. And together we bow forward and say, Namaste. Yay! Thank you for joining me for your practice today. Have an awesome rest of your day. Anchovy says hi. Adios.